November is Native American Heritage Month, and we're putting a spotlight on the DEC's Office of Indian Nation Affairs. The office combines cultural affairs, historic preservation, and consultation with Indian nations into one team. Together with the Office of Environmental Justice, the Office of Indian Nation Affairs works to further government-to-government relations with Indian nations through policy. The mission to enhance and deepen existing engagement with the indigenous nations in New York through improved consultation, building shared knowledge, and communications and outreach.
There are species of concern that are important to the kind of the cultural lifeways of the nations that we strive to account for in our decision making. So that's really the thrust of the work that we do.
The office addresses consultation with the state on environmental issues, protection of cultural and historical resources, and development and advancement of shared knowledge and understanding.